Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today while I set up the month of October in my Wonderland222 B6 planner. I'm going to try and film this a little bit differently today. Normally I do a voiceover, but I'm going to try and talk through the setup with some sped up parts and some music probably, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just taking my planner out of my Mansorah Atelier cover so that it's easier for me to work with. So coming into October, I did have some trouble choosing the color palette I wanted. I typically go for orange, but I did go through my kits again, and I have this one here from Raspberyl Designs. This was 2 pages. I've already used a good number of it last year, but I wanted to use it again. I just love the pie, the pumpkins, the soft colors, but as you can see, this is not orange. So I decided to go with this 990 Tombow, which you'll see after is a nice soft neutral that pretty much mimics these roses and the pie here. And for my washi tapes, I decided to go with a lot of my neutrals with a hint of the blue. So these first 6 washi tapes are all from Note and Wish. So we've got my Kintsugi washi tape, so here's the blue. This is a clear tape with some moons and stars, and I kind of like that magical or celestial feel for October. We've got these nice neutrals. These 2 are from Audrey Okea, so we have the leaves, and this one here has the moons, the stars, the potions, the black cat. Again, I think it's perfect for October. This washi tape is some gold foiled mushrooms. I got this off Etsy. It's not made by any particular brand, so I don't have a link for that one. And these 2 here are from Paper Geek Co. These are what is going to go in my pouch for my monthly palette, but I did also pull out these washi tapes here, which are all fall themed in my opinion. So I don't know where this one is from. This is from Simply Gilded with the pink pumpkins. This is from an Amazon set. I love these leaves and the foiling. The Coffee Monsters Co. and Note and Wish. So these ones I'll just keep out, so when I'm journaling or anything, they're easy to access. And last month in September, for the first time, I used a pen that wasn't black in my Wonderland222, and I really enjoyed it. I use this Zebra Sarasa, one of the vintage colors, and I love these pens so much. I've used other Zebra Sarasa 0.5s, but for some reason, I just seem to like the way that the vintage colors write the best. And I'm not sure if there's any difference between the pens, the Sarasas that I've used, but I did decide to go ahead and use a color this month, and I'm going to use this one here. I have to look up what the specific color is called, but it to me is a cool toned gray. I debated using the blue as well. They're pretty close, so I'm just going to keep this one at hand to use for any headers or emphasis or anything. Okay, so with the color palette chosen, I'm going to go ahead and start with my monthly review and reflect pages. I haven't been stamping as much as I'd hoped lately, but I do stamp at least once a month when I'm doing these setups, which is great. This bag I've mentioned before was a gift, so unfortunately I don't have a link for it. And these pouches are from an old set from Winners years ago. I have liked using stamps on the corner of the page here as well, so let me take a look here. These are from Ali Brown. I apologize for the glare. I have 2 more Ali Brown alphabet sets. And that's from the Coffee Monsters Co. Okay, I think I'm going to use the one, I've used this before, but this feels very kind of practical magic to me, so I will use that. And I also think I will use the blue ink this month. This is called Night Sky. I always do this with baby wipes. It's just much easier for me to clean the stamps right away. Otherwise, it never happens. I am going to get a new pouch though. I think I've had this one for honestly probably 2 or 3 years, and the seal's broken somewhere. There might be a small tear because these do not stay wet at all. I do replenish them. I just like this particular pack because it's so thin, but I've seen a plastic one that I will probably pick up that's hopefully equally as thin but will last much longer. Although 2 years, I can't really complain. You know what, this is too dry. I'm just going to grab a fresh one. Much better. I do like to do these all in lowercase. I'm not sure why, I kind of like that it feels more casual and kind of typewriter-y. When I use this ink color, I can really tell how dried out my black one is getting. Reflect and look ahead. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out the B, D, P, and Q letters here. I thought I had it right. I did the underline here. It was wrong, but I do finally have it the right way, I believe. But it makes me laugh to see previously stamped things that definitely have the wrong stamp used. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this now while it's out. I guess this is small enough I can just put it right on the stamp pad. Well, I am not a great stamper, guys, but that's okay. I am certainly not brave enough to try and stamp on top of that. Oh, look at how nicely those turned out. But see how clean that gets right away? Okay, I'm just going to grab this so that it can finish drying, and we can go ahead to October's monthly setup. So I keep my script in here. I love this Midori folder. This is the A6 size. And let's look at some of the stickers I've pulled. So these kits are both from Raspberyl Designs. This one is actually sized for the Wonderland222, and this was part of a Hobonichi cousin kit. So I won't use the pinks, but I do love these here. This is from Spirited Away, so I will keep those for the weeklies. These two, but let's see what we feel like. She's cute. This is from Paper Bits Co., but not quite the vibe. I do like the idea of these frames. I've been using these girls a lot lately, and ooh, now that I'm looking, I think it might be her. This is from Sticky Club. I got this in last year's Sticky Advent. Okay, let's see. I wonder what frame she might. Ooh, these colors might actually work really well too. This one kind of goes more with the magical celestial feel, and this is more of an autumn. It could go either way actually, so let's see which one looks better with these frames. Oh, that could be lovely. Not in that one. I think that's too busy for me with the smaller florals. Yeah. So this is what the real time likes. I usually speed it up quite a bit. Oh, I thought I would like this more, but it's too much brown for me. And that's just not the right shape, I think. It does look nice with the pink, but that's not part of my color palette at all. So we will go with the first choice here, which is her. And I do think I want to choose this one, Look for the Presence of Wonder. So this will probably have to be cut because it's too long of a strip. It's washi tape, so it's very forgiving, this one. I think this is washi tape as well. This is one that my friend Cecilia at Scientist Plans sent me in Happy Mail. So I do think, yeah, I didn't need to take this up yet. I will just cut around this in an oval shape. I love using these Cutter Bee scissors. They're just small enough and sharp enough to work really well for almost everything stationery related that I do. Okay, so we might have to actually go down here a little bit to make sure there's enough space for the script. Where did I put that? Yeah, so it can't go right up here because it'll be too tight. So it'll come down. Yeah, maybe I'll just have it cover the entire September here. So now we need to just figure out the sizing here. I wonder how this will look if I kind of trim part of it so that she's not quite so centered. I don't really like to overlap too much onto the days themselves. That being said, yeah, I might offset it a little bit. I don't want it to feel too much like a formal portrait anyways, like she's perfectly centered in this frame. What did I say? I'll try and cover this up. Give myself a little bit of an offset here. The good news is, yeah, that this is washi, so I can adjust it. I don't think I'll trim that until the rest is placed. So let's see. Look for the presence of wonder. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna cut it. So look for this is where it's handy that these are sharp. Look for the presence by itself. Okay. Now I'm wondering if I should have whited this out because this is all going to be pretty. Let's see. The best laid plans. Well, that's a lie. There's no planning here. There's just instinct and what I like. So bear with me, or maybe I'll just edit this all right out. Okay. We're not going for perfect here, guys. Try this again and hopefully enjoy it because I hate peeling stuff up after I have already washied it because then it pulls up all of this washi with it. Washi, this is not washi, this is white outer correction tape. I might as well do that one since I've done the rest. Okay. Go. Now I think I want her, like I said, a little bit offset. I don't mind putting her down, even though she's not washi. She should peel up okay because she is pretty much on a washi background. So then we've got over a teeny bit so we can see the letters after all that. Nope, gotta go higher here still. Realizing now we'll start at the bottom. I have tweezers, I rarely use them, but this might have been one of those times where they were helpful. Oh, oh, sorry, 17th, that's okay. We know that you're before 18. It's pretty. I do enjoy that. I think I'd like a little bit more of the celestial to tie it together. Well, first let's put October down and then see. I love these scripts. I'm going to get them again for next year. I just haven't decided exactly what size or what planner I'm using yet. Not bad. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So what did I say? I was hoping to get a little more, Let's check the binder for a second and just see if I have anything in seasonal that could just add a teeny bit. Maybe one of these kind of black ferns. Maybe both of them. Or maybe do we want to do, that's a super cute apple up there, but I might want to do a web. That's not bad. That's from a collab with Paper Bits Co. and Be Do & Co. But you know what? So that looks super cute, but it doesn't go with the theme at all. Okay, well, I know I want to put this here. I like the balance better. The black feels heavy to me with only this lighter brown underneath. So let me just do that. Pretty. Okay, so let me just look in decorative for a second. Ooh, here's some gold, like I was saying. Moon might work. I like that. I'm going to leave that for now, I think. And I like this better. Okay. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. There we go. Oh, pretty. I really like this. Okay, now while I'm here, let me do the functional part of this. So I just have the one appointment this month. I always have a Uni Jetstream at hand. So 4:30. So one of my goals last month actually was to do better with scheduling some Instagram posts and when I would try to film, voiceover, edit my YouTube content. So taking a look back, I just use a pencil to try and put ideas down. Sometimes I get to it. This week I didn't. Oh, that's because the Hobonichi order was much later than I had expected. But I will probably do the same this month. So I already have one reel I'd like to film there. I'm guessing it's not going to be up on that Saturday, but I'll just erase and move it around as necessary. Excellent. Okay, now let's go ahead and I'm going to write the prompts in here. I think I will use this blue, but I don't know how different it will look than the gray, so oh well, we'll just do it and see how it goes. This pen looks beautiful with that ink color. What would make this month fun? So these prompts are from Zoe Diaz-McLeese. She has a list, I think, that she'll change up every so often, and I've just pared it down to fit in this spread and to include the ones that work the best for me. But I will link her below in case you want to check out her Instagram and see her lists. It's just a fun way to, I think, look back at what I was up to that month or what I was thinking about. So I haven't been doing too much reading this month, just some romances on my Kindle. I have been watching old seasons of the Great British Baking Show. It's just so soothing and delicious looking, and everybody's so kind, and I enjoy it. Been listening to Taylor Swift lately. I haven't been doing as much creating as I would like to be lately. Although I have been starting to declutter some stationery supplies, so just creating space for myself in that way has been helpful. I'm gonna put here planning another meetup, hopefully. Meetup is a very formal term. I'd just like to see some planner friends again in October, I hope. Needing to go to sleep earlier. My habits have been not great, so I'm working on that. What am I wanting? You know what I'd love are some sunny and crisp fall days. We've had a couple, but for the most part, as fall has come to Ontario, it's been pretty gray and gloomy so far. And I expect that in November, but in October, I'm really hoping for some sun, some of those sunny and crisp fall days. Oof, you know what I'm loving is I've picked up some books lately, and I just love being excited to dive in. That being said, I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but I have trouble starting new books sometimes because then I know I'll finish them. Does anyone else feel like that? It's just kind of a weird mental hurdle I need to get past sometimes, but it's there. What do I even call that? Just gonna call it not loving the hesitance to actually start new books. Wishing. Let's do a light one here. I'm gonna put for great October baseball. Haven't clinched our spot yet, but hopefully we do, and hopefully soon, since there's not very much time left. Trying to create morning and evening routines. This is an ongoing theme for me. And inspired. I've been inspired by Brandi Kincaid lately. Well, always pretty much. I'm not subscribed to her Extravagant Hope at the moment. For the past couple of years at Christmas, I give myself 6 months of her subscription, and then I spend 6 months of the year without it, so we'll see if it's the same this year. But I follow her on Instagram, and her art and her words just really resonate with me. You can see here what I mean about these colors being very, very close, the blue and the gray here. So doesn't look the best here, but that's fine. I can still obviously read it. What would make this month fun? Ooh. Again, I'm going to say October baseball, celebrating Thanksgiving with family, seeing friends, I hope. Ooh, and my Take a Note planners are supposed to arrive in October, and that would be great because I'm, first of all, really, really excited. I ordered 2 sizes, well, the only 2 they have, A6 and A5, just to see. Honestly, this B6 has been so great, so I'm worried A5 is going to be too big and A6 too small. So I really want to see them to have a good sense of what will work for me next year. And then I do plan to sell whichever one I'm not using, or both if neither of them works out. I don't know. This is why I'm excited to see them. Oh, finally doing the Skillshare course I keep talking about. Also, there hasn't been any daily supply or substitute teaching work in September because the school year has just started. So I'm really hoping that that picks up in October. And earlier sleeps. I might end up changing this prompt eventually because this is kind of just generally how I always want to feel. These spreads are just such a great way for me to look back on the month that passed and just kind of set some intentions for the month ahead. And you'll see these aren't very specific or like goal or metric oriented. They're just more about how I want to feel and kind of what things would make me feel that way. So the last thing I do on this spread is I do choose 4 memories from the month and find a sticker to represent them. So let's see. My brother's baseball team, I think I talked about this, they won a tournament back in July, and I have been talking about celebrating with a Dairy Queen blizzard ever since because, well, it was exciting, and also I really love blizzards. I get the Oreo blizzard. So that finally happened in September, you know, months later, but it was delicious and still a lovely moment. So let's grab this guy here. Rarely have to take it out, but because it's right by the hole, it's just so much easier. You can see it peels up like nothing. Put that there, leave a little space to right underneath it. What else? So in September, we also said goodbye to a house that has been in the family for years and years. So I just want to remember that. It was bittersweet, as these things are. I'm not sure what sticker I will be putting down for that, though. It might just be... Oh, you know what? I was thinking it might have to be decorative, but I do have some house stickers from Audrey Okea. Let me grab them. They're a little bit wintry, I think, but that's fine. Seasonal Audrey Okea, I think it's in here. These are just, see, perfect. Perfect. And look at that, I'm finishing up a sampler. I don't know if I've shown this on here. I think I've shown it on Instagram, but these are just envelopes that I cut the tops off of. I made labels for them just based on what I have and kind of the way I think. And yeah, it's a great way for me to sort these and just have really easy access to them. Okay. Perfect. Now, I mentioned I saw some planner friends in September, and I met up with Maria at A Papery Life on Instagram and Lauren at Theory of Lauren here on YouTube and Instagram. So I will link them both below. And it was so lovely. It's funny because most of my friends are friends that I have had for years and years, or kind of workplace friends, I guess. But I haven't had the opportunity to make a lot of friends based on shared interests and values. So it's been so lovely being part of this community because that has been something that I have so appreciated. It was so nice to be able to sit and chat with people just about what's going on in the world and about our planners and try pens out. And it was honestly really, really lovely. So I'm wondering if I have any sort of planner meetup stickers here. I'm thinking I don't, although that one might work. Let me check the planner section quickly. I know I had one planner meetup sticker, but I used it on my first planner meetup. This is only the second, so. Yep, okay, this one it is. It's by Planner Monkey Co. and Paper Echoes. I just like it because it has two characters here with a planner or a journal. And the last memory I want to put in here is making brunch with my brother and his girlfriend. We made drop scones or fluffy pancakes, and they were pretty delicious. And bacon. Bacon is always tasty. So do I have a kind of pancake sticker? Here's a lot of bread. I think I will use this one. This binder, I don't know if you can tell, but it's so functional for me. I do have a video where I share the setup of it more specifically, but basically it's just sticker release paper, and I went through and took off all of my stickers except for any tiny functional sheets like these, because that just wouldn't be worth it. But all of the regular sticker sheet size like this, for the most part, I have taken off and just separated. This one here was sent to me in Happy Mail, so I haven't gotten to it yet, but really lovely having them like that. Okay, now I'm just going to write a little caption so future me remembers. Okay, definitely lost lettering chicken here, geez. I'll write that one later. I'll just finish that off camera. Yeah, this is really blue. I do wish I had chosen a different color here. I knew they were close, but it's just too much blue. Although I wonder if Cecilia would agree with that. Oh look, I forgot to cut this off. There we go. Lovely. Okay, let me plug this into October. What am I doing here? Oh. Okay, 4:30. Like I said, that is the only appointment I need to put in so far. And then I will go ahead and set up the weekly. I'm not going to do this first week because this one is a carryover from September. So I have to figure out how I want to put both September's and October's habits in here. But we can do the first full week of October together. So I have my PowerSheets here, and let's see. I tried something a little bit different in September that worked really well in the end. So I moved my to-dos to the actual days I would like to do them, and I made this more specific for myself because it's much easier for me to actually accomplish it if I have it on a set date. So I think I'll do this the same. I think I'll leave this for all the functional stuff, leave this blank. If I need to use it for any sort of writing, I will. But at the end of the week, if it's empty, I do like to put a little bit of washi tape from my palette in here. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. So that it just brings it all together. So we have the 990 weight. I don't think I wanted 990, it's too light. Yes, what I wanted was 992. Sorry about that. I had them both out earlier to test, and I guess I put the wrong one away. So we will go ahead with this highlight. So I have this week in to do in here somewhere. I've been using them interchangeably. I do prefer the script that says this week, so next time I'll probably just order these ones. It feels gentler to me than to do. To do is too, it's too, I don't know, task oriented, which I know is the point, but I like feeling like I have the option to do it this week or another week. Oh, the stories we tell ourselves, right? but that's what works for me. So next time I will just get it this week, I think. Last month I just had one monthly task, but I do have 3. So I didn't go past one column for any of these to-do lists. Yeah, so what I will do, I believe, is put the monthly progress bars here and the daily action items here. I am going to use the gray instead of the blue. It's just a little bit more neutral. So we have Procreate. I want to choose some evening reads to help me sleep, hopefully. And budget. Oh yeah, I need to work on my budget because I have not been great at tracking or anything the past couple of months. So we need to do a bit of a reset, and I will just call that budget. I wonder, let me try it down here and see if I like it. So we've got alarm, water, and yoga or stretching, but I'll just put that there. So we need taskbars here. Sorry, I mean progress bars. I can fill those in as I work on them. And I'll just make my table here. Oh, I enjoy how that looks. And then I will put my weekly action items in, and I do use my Tombow for the month to make the task dots. That way I know that it's related to my PowerSheets and not just a generic task. Perfect, so that is my PowerSheets all plugged in. Let's add in our monthly Tombow for this color palette spread. Isn't this turning out beautifully? I always really, really like how that comes together. I'll come back and write the color in after. And I don't think, yeah, I haven't been using these front pages at all, so that's fine. But I can choose some of the functional stickers for this month. So I did already grab a few. Who knows where I've put them now, guys? I've made a mess. Okay, so these are the ones that I want to stick with the Wonderland222. I don't know about this. I thought about using blue, but I'm not going to. I just want kind of something to go with this color here. So let's see what we've got. So I have, you know what, I have a whole sheet. Yeah, let's keep those out. So those are from Caffeine and Paper Co., now Raspberyl Designs. I'm gonna keep these out from Planner Monkey Co. Oh, and I do remember, let me see if they're in here. I bought some little headers. Do I want to look in here too? Oh, see, there's so many great color options for the neutrals. Maybe I'll put in, well, I guess I could use, how close are these? I could use those two instead of starting a new one. Some sterling ink ones. That's a little too gray. It's a little dark. I could use those, but I have these ones, so I'll leave those. Sorry, anyways, I bought some headers from Coffee Monsters Co. that I think are a nice fall theme. It might have the colors that I'm thinking of. Ooh, yes, look at that. With those blues. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I will keep that as well. These folders are so handy. If you watched my Hobonichi haul for 2023, you'll see I bought a lot more of those. And I haven't used them yet, but the next time I go through my stickers, I definitely will. Okay, so let's take out this month's. Let's see what we've got here. So I'm going to keep this in here because it still has the same tones. I'm going to put this away. There's still a lot of the same tones, so I can come get them if I need them, but I'm pretty sure I won't. Put these away for now. Oh, I'm going to have to trim that. So these little ones can go in the front. That can go in the front too, or I can easily see it. Then I also have these here for my moods from Salem Creative, the Coffee Monsters Co. And these are the same size. So these are cousin headers. Are they the same size? Okay, there's gotta be a better way. They're roughly the same size, although these don't specifically say cousin headers, so. But these are moods too, so I do always keep them in here. So let's keep all these together. My monthly scripts. These are just my most used icons. This should fit just fine. This one is too big, yeah. And this here, I'm just going to, again, keep with my journaling things because it is fall themed. So if I want to use anything, these don't really fit into this month's color palette, but I will keep them out because they fit into fall in general. Same with these other fall sticker sheets that I had. I'll just keep them out in a folder with my journaling stuff. You've seen me do this before. It just helps me keep everything neat and make sure it fits in the folder. I have a corner rounder, guys, so I do like to use it, although I'm wondering if that's gonna, it does. Nope, that's fine. It cleared the sticker. I was worried about it actually cutting the sticker corner. So let's put these in here. And this just slips perfectly in there. I'm going to leave this paper for now. I didn't even think about changing it until this moment, but I might actually change it at some point this month. We'll see. I'll share on Instagram if I do. Okay, let's get this back. So in here, I do have this bookworm kit still. Oh, and some rabbit hole handcraft, just some fall outfitted girls. But I do think I'm going to keep this in here because it does still have a lot of the shades of blue and those kind of tan colors. Yeah, these to me, I think will still go really nicely with this other color. Let me just check. Yeah, probably not these kit ones actually. So the kits I can take out, I think, and I'll save these for just another time, or maybe I'll put them with my journal as well. These colors just feel very warm and saturated and fall-like to me. They are darker than I usually use, but I could not resist the bookworm kit. That being said, these are a little bit more muted, and I could see myself using a lot of these ones. So I have these and some more. See, yeah, these blues will go just as well for all those cozy reading days I have. Oh yeah, see. So I will keep these in here. Take this one off then for now. Oh, look, I just noticed when I slip this in that this is tearing. So that is likely just a function of me stuffing this and then keeping it in here. This is a clear cover from Wonderland222. It seems really well made. I think it's just me and how I'm using it. I'll be honest, it would be great if this lasted forever, but if it just lasts for one calendar year for me, I'm okay with that. So just bear that in mind if you're stuffing anything in the pockets. Yeah, see, the back pocket is fine and nothing's being put in there. So there you have it. So, slip this in here. We will put in our Tombow of the month and my writing color. We can also go ahead and swap out the washi tape. Oh, this was one of my all-time favorite palettes. Just these warm yellows and browns and how cohesive it felt. I love it. This one doesn't feel as cohesive to me, which I struggled with when I was trying to put it together. And I've just decided that I'm going to use the washi tapes that feel like fall, try and keep it still cohesive in my mind at least, and just enjoy it. Put these clips in, they're always good for holding down pages and stopping it from moving too much. This is a pen case by Cubics from Jet Pens, and honestly, it's such a great size for this. This is still going strong. You can see it has some scuffs and dents and scratches now. I love that. It shows me that I'm using it. Oh, let's put 992. I can't believe we're entering the last quarter of the year. I really like how this turned out. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here just with this crossover. I'll probably just track both September and October in here. But there we have it, my simple setup and kind of really long-winded way of sharing it with you. I hope you guys enjoyed this format. It's new to me. I just thought it might be easier to chat through it in real time instead of coming back and doing a voiceover. If you liked it, please let me know, and if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.